once again YouTube, and welcome to another Skyrim mod showcase. Now today, me and Afe are going to show you my latest mod, Craftable Spells. Now, this video will contain spoilers, because we're going to show the location of things where you need to go and what to do and everything, so if you want to figure out things for yourself, then download it and try and find this. Like, what this adds, it's a special workbench that you can craft spells on. So if you want to try and find it for yourself, do that. If you want to know where it is, then I'll be showing that in the video. So, without any further ado, we're gonna go over to Silent Moon's camp, because that's where it is. I'll explain everything once we get there. Right, okay. Let's get some light because it's very dark. So, we'll want to head over to Silent Moon. Let's just sprint so we get there a little bit faster. Right, here we are, Silent Moon's camp. And we'll go in through this side. Okay, so basically this mod, it allows you to craft spells. Like, when I first played Skyrim, I noticed there was like ruined books and burned books and you know, all sorts of bits of random paper and all sorts of things that I thought, well, there's spells in the game, so maybe we can use these ruined books and burned books to make spell tomes, and also scrolls. I thought that, you know, these rolls of paper you see in the dungeons, you might be able to turn them into some kind of scroll, and then I figured out later on, no, you couldn't. So I went ahead and made this. It's called the Dumblebench. Now I called it that because reference to Harry Potter there, Dumbledore. So Dumblebench I thought was very fitting for making spells. Do you wanna like stand? Okay, come over here, Arthur. Arthur even. And we'll go to Dumblebench. Right, now you can't actually make armor improvements on this bench, it is just for spells. So as you can see, we've got 3 ways of making a blank spell tome. We've got one that uses a burned book, an inkwell and a quill. The inkwell and quill is for writing the spell inscriptions. There's another ruined book, because there's actually 2 types of ruined book in the game. And there's a... Wait, ruined book? Ah yes, that's right. Ruined book, and burned book for that one. So, what we'll want to do, first thing we want to do, is make the blank spell tome. So click yes. So now we've got a blank spell tome in our inventory. It is just basically a book, but it's got nothing in it, because it's a blank spell tome. Next thing we want to do is make some magic essence. Now, what we need is all the gems in the game, and we combine them, and we also need a nin root, and the magical properties of the nin root combine the gems, make it into some kind of magic powder. So, it's not going to be cheap to do this. You are going to have to do a bit of digging around, and you're going to need some quite rare materials, but then you would, because it's making spells and you get to keep them forever. So we've made some magic essence. Now, here is where the spell crafting comes in. What you have to do, you have to find a quill, an inkwell and a roll of paper in like a dungeon, and a flawless diamond, because I added that flawless diamond in, so it wasn't too cheap to make the scrolls, and also you could think like you may be doing something special with the diamond, casting light through it from the Dumblebench. casting the magical light through to imprint the magical essence onto the scrolls itself. So that's the reason you need a flawless diamond. It can't just be a regular one, it does have to be a flawless one. So let's see, which one do we want to make? We've got loads to choose from. There's literally every scroll in the game you can make here. So let's go and make Scroll of Blizzard. Actually, maybe not Scroll of Blizzard because it will be quite costly to cast. Let's do... Which one haven't we got yet? Scroll of Circle Protection. I don't think we've got that one yet, so... Sure. Let's create the scroll. Now we've got the diamond, we've got the paper, we've got the inkwell, we've got the quill. So that's that done. So now we have the blank spell tome, the magic essence, and the scroll. Now you can actually use the scrolls, but scrolls are only limited use. So, you know, you could do that if you want, if you don't have enough materials to make the spells. You could just make the scrolls. But then it will cost quite a lot if you need a flawless diamond every time. So let's see, let's scroll down. Spell tome, Circle of Protection we made. So what we need, we've got the magical essence, we've got the blank spell tome, we've got the scroll, and now the two other main ingredients we need to make the spell is a glowing mushroom. Every one of these needs a glowing mushroom. It adds magical properties to the spell and makes everything work. And we also need something specific to the spell. So for example, chain lightning, we need void salts because void salts bring on lightning. Circle of protection, mountain flower, because undead, I don't think they really like flowers very much. Close wounds, you need like human hearts and stuff. And a familiar, we need wolf pelts for the familiar because it's a wolf, isn't it, the familiar? So I will get the purple mountain flower and I will be back when I've got that. Okay, so we've got the purple mountain flowers and the glowing mushrooms now. So let's scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, so we can actually make the Blizzard spell tome, but we're not going to do that. We're going to make the Circle of Protection one. So let's go ahead and make this. And now we have made our very own spell. I am really quite shocked that this wasn't in the game, because there's all sorts of hints to like maybe show that it was there, like the ruined books and, you know, all the scrolls and everything that you see about the place. So let's learn that. Magic, restoration, Circle of Protection. Right. So let's see. I have no idea what the spell does actually, I've never used it before. Right. Okay. Oh, and it... right. It like okay. That's pretty neat. Yeah. So any undead entering here will flee because they're repelled by it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the Dumblebench. You know, I've showed you how to craft your own spells and things, and Jesus Christ, it is very dark. Right. I'm not gonna lie, it was very, very boring trying to make all those different recipes, because what I had to do, I had to make like this scroll here, I had to make the ingredients that I wanted this scroll to use and add them to like a recipe, and then add that recipe to this bench as well. And I had to do that for so many items, and as you can imagine, it did take quite a long time to make. Probably about 24 hours. Like, I was working on this for about 4 days. And yeah, I was working on it quite a lot. So yeah, once I'd made like the scrolls and everything, I had to do the same thing for the spells. Like, make a spell recipe for each and every tome in the game. And there is a lot of tomes. Just let me tell you now. I think there was about over at least 60 different scrolls. And even more spells than that. It was like 80 spells or something. But I really just lost count, you know. But this is what I do for you guys. I go through torture, so you guys can enjoy a nice, fairly decent mod. Yeah, so this has been the Dumblebench, and I'll see you guys in the next video.